Welcome back to the New Year, New Budget video series. I'm sorry for the delay. I've been having some technical difficulties with my video editing program that I use. So I'm going to wrap it up today. I know I wanted to make this a longer series, but due to those circumstances, I'm kind of having to cut it a little bit short. So I thought I'd do my final lesson for you tonight on how, now that we've learned a little bit about how to cut back on those expenses that you have, how do you now take all of that information and actually make it work for you? So this is like just a little cheat sheet of what me and my husband have done in the past. So this is kind of what I want you to do. This is what I did, is I took all of our major expenses and I stuck them on little sticky notes. And I wrote down most of our expenses. I'm probably leaving a few out, but these are like the bulk of our expenses for the month. So we have housing, gas, cable TV, miscellaneous, car payments, utilities, food, phone and internet, dates, insurance, and clothing. Now, a few of these you might not consider an expense, and a few of these you might not have. Now, at one time, we still don't have cable TV, so that's just an example. We, for years, didn't go out on dates because it wasn't in the budget. We would rather take that money and spend it elsewhere or pay down debt. So for years, we just didn't do dates. Things like phone and internet, we've already talked about how to get rid of those. So I'm just going to go through these. So what I want you to do is, if you're looking at cutting your budget down, take everything that you're currently paying out and put it on paper, put it on sticky pads, put it on a calendar, just write it somewhere so that you can see and itemize your expenses. Now, if you're having issues paying for food, but you have a smartphone that has a data plan on it, you're probably paying a lot of money every month. So I want you to kind of take a look at the things that you need. So what you're going to do is you're going to write out everything that you are currently paying for. You're going to write them on sticky notes. You're going to write them somewhere. And then I want you to take a look at the areas where you are paying, and I want you to get rid of the things that you don't need. So, cable TV, I don't need that. Now, you don't have to do this, but this is a way to accelerate your debt payment, or maybe free up money for things that you want to do elsewhere. So I would get rid of cable TV. We don't need cable TV. For years, we did not have date nights, so I'm going to get rid of those because we don't need those. Come up with creative ways to have dates at home. I would fit in some steaks into our grocery budget, and then we'd get a cheap bottle of wine, and after the kids would go to bed, we'd turn the lights down and put on some candles and grill some steaks and have some wine and have a date night in, which costs us like, maybe $10 or $15 instead of the $30, $40. So think of creative ways to be romantic and have date nights at home. Phone and internet, you might want to get rid of your smartphone. And I know, me and my husband just got iPhones a few months ago. And for years, we just didn't have the money to free up for that. So it's kind of like a nice little treat right now that we can do that, but it's not necessary. I read a statistic somewhere that said that college kids that make under $10,000 a year, 80% of them have smartphones that they pay for, which blew my mind because they're probably paying $100 a month. So that's like a tenth of their yearly budget is going towards, or even more, is going towards paying for their smartphone. So I want to challenge you, this is uncomfortable. If you're having issues with your budget, that's one area that you can really see a huge significance in cutting down. Insurance. We all need car insurance and housing insurance. I would recommend shopping for insurance every 3 years. If your rate, what they do, and me and Mark are starting to see this now, our rate keeps on like sneaking up a few dollars a month, and they are expecting you not to notice or expecting you not to say anything, that's the time when we start shopping around for new insurance, and we can usually find a much better rate. So every 3 years is a good rule of thumb to call around and get some quotes from different insurance companies for car insurance. So that's another place that you can cut back. Clothing. Okay, we all need clothing. I have 3 kids. They grow. That should be in the budget. Like, that they need clothing every year. So that's one thing. You can think about creative ways, or ways, use promo codes, shop at certain times of the year to get good deals, shop clearance. So those are some tips on that. Food, I'm a big couponer and I teach coupon seminars. So food is a huge way. Plan your meals. I have a Coupons 101 video series. Go through that. See how you can cut back on your food budget. My goal is to help you save at least 50% off your food every month. Another tip, excuse me, is miscellaneous. Most people fail at their budgets because they don't give themselves any wiggle room. Now, things happen. You might need, something might break and you might need to go fix it. So I recommend giving yourself, if you can, a little bit of wiggle room. If it's $5 a month, if it's $10 a month, something that you can have set aside for those like little types of emergencies that come up. Or not emergencies, but say your friend calls you up and she needs to go out for coffee because she really needs to talk about something. You have a little bit of money set aside in that miscellaneous folder. So this is just like some ways that you can sit down, take away the things that you don't need, like dates and cable TV. Those are some things. Take away your smartphone and then see what's left over, and then take a look at how to whittle those, get those things less and less and pay a little bit less out of. So that's kind of, new year, new budget. I hope that this helps you think about your money. I think thinking about your money is step number one. Where do you want your money to go? Is it important to you to not be putting things on a credit card? Is it important to you to be budgeting and telling your money where to go? So these are some really simple principles. So I just challenge you to take a look and write down everything that you're looking at right now as far as where your money is going every month, and then take away the things that you don't need and start getting the things that you do need and paying less for them. And then that will help you figure out where your money's going. So I hope this helped you a little bit in this budgeting series, and I would love to hear your success stories. So make sure you either leave a comment on my Facebook page, go to IamThatLady.com and leave a comment under this post, or leave a comment under this YouTube video. I'd love to hear how you are creative with keeping your budget every year. So have a great, great day, and thanks for tuning in.